Hello, I'm Sanjay Patel, and we'll continue with our last lecture. What I have explained was polar coding system in R2. Let us recall if if you have Cartesian coordinates r and theta and polar coordinates, sorry, if you have Cartesian coordinates x and y and the polar coordinates r and theta, then the relationship between these two is x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. Okay, we have taken one example to convert Cartesian to polar. Now let me take another example. Number two, convert uh, polar coordinates into Cartesian coordinates. So transform the coordinates polar coordinates of a point, say p into bracket, say root 2 comma minus pi by 3, okay, into Cartesian form or into Cartesian coordinates, okay. So what we do first is here we have p root 2 comma minus pi by 3. This is actually your r and theta. So what is the value of r? It is root 2. And what is the value of theta? It is minus pi by 3. And we know the relationship between Cartesian and polar is x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So this gives us x is equal to r, that is root 2 into cos theta, which is minus pi by 3, and y is equal to root 2 into sine of minus pi by 3. Remember, r is root 2 and theta is minus pi by 3. So this gives you root 2 into cos minus theta is same as cos theta. So cos minus pi by 3 is same as cos pi by 3, and cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. So this value is 1 upon root 2, cancelling this, okay. And the same way you will get y is equal to here root 2 sine minus pi by 3 is minus sine pi by 3, that is minus root 3 by 2. So this is equal to minus of root 3 upon root 2. So thus the Cartesian coordinates of the given polar coordinates of the point are x is equal to 1 upon root 2 and y is equal to minus root 3 by 2, okay. So this way can transform from polar to Cartesian, okay. Now I will take another example. Here it's a new one. We'll understand how to transform say some Cartesian equation in R2 to polar equation, okay. So our question is, this type of examples are also important. So transform the Cartesian equation x plus root 3y is equal to 2, okay, into polar coordinates or into polar equation. Remember, we we have this equation x plus root 3y equal to 2, which is known to you. It is an equation of a straight line in the Cartesian coordinates. In simple language, whenever you see x and y in some equation, only two variables, we see generally it is a Cartesian equation. And if there are variables r and theta, it is a polar equation. So you want to remove x and y and bring r and theta only. So that is the meaning of transforming from Cartesian to polar. So given the equation here, what is the given equation? Equation is, we have a x plus root 3y is equal to 2. This is the given equation. Okay, let us substitute x is equal to, say, r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. You know, let us put x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. Okay, so we get r cos theta plus because x equal to r cos theta plus root 3 into y, that is r sin theta, okay, is equal to 2. That's all. So this is the polar equation of the Cartesian form. So from the Cartesian we have transformed into polar. See, all x and y are removed. But sometimes we can simplify this, and we must simplify as much as possible. Okay, so what I am going to do here is, first I will take say r common. So what I will get is cos theta plus root 3 sin theta, okay, is equal to 2. Now let us divide on both the sides by, say, 2. So I am writing, multiplying both the sides by 1 by 2. So what will you get? We'll get r by 2, that 1 by 2 I am taking in this bracket. So what I will get is cos theta into 1 by 2 plus sin theta into root 3 by 2, and this is equal to 1. Okay, and now still we can simplify, because you know this 1 by 2 and root 3 by 2 are some familiar values. This 1 by 2 and root 3 by 2 are known values for some trigonometric function, for some particular theta, for which theta you have, say, cos theta is 1 by 2 and sin theta is root 3 by 2. If you want cos theta to is equal to 1 by 2 and sin theta is equal to root 3 by 2, you know theta must be pi by 3. So I can write r into cos theta into cos pi by 3 plus sin theta into sin pi by 3 is equal to 1. Okay, so this gives me, you know, this familiar formula, cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta is cos alpha minus beta. So this gives us cos theta minus pi by 3 is equal to 1. So this equation is of the form r into cos theta minus pi by 3 is equal to 1. This is the required polar equation. Okay, is the required polar equation. Actually, the original equation was x plus root 3y by root 3y is equal to 2, which is the equation of what? Straight line. This is a straight line. So this is the Cartesian equation of straight line, and we have converted this Cartesian equation into this polar form. So one can think that polar equation of a straight line may be like this: r cos theta minus some number is equal to some other number. And yes, it is true. In general, we are going to prove as one theorem that in a we can write equation of straight line, polar equation of a straight line in the form P is equal to R into cos theta minus alpha. So this P is equal to 1 here and alpha is equal to pi by 3. R and theta are unknown, they are variables. Like in Cartesian coordinates, we have x and y as variables. Okay, so this we are going to prove as a theorem later on. Okay, next I want to consider another example in which we will do the reverse process. We are given some polar equation and we want to convert say into Cartesian form. So okay, so the third example, it is third example, no sorry, it is the fourth example. Let me remove this. It is fourth example. Okay, so what I am going to do is take some simple polar equation and find its Cartesian equation. So transform the polar equation theta is equal to pi by 4 into Cartesian equation, Okay, so let us do it. So we are given the equation theta is equal to pi by 4, which is the polar equation. Remember, in polar equation we have two variables r and theta, but here r is not present. It does not mean that r is 0. That means r is arbitrary. Like in case of say straight line, okay, in case of straight line, suppose if I give you an equation like this, x is equal to 2. Suppose if I give equation x equal to 2 of a straight line, then what does it mean? You know very well that this equation means it is a equation of straight line which is parallel to y-axis, or it is a vertical line. What is y here? Y is not present. That means y is not 0, but y is arbitrary. Y can take any real value. Okay, the same way we have here theta is equal to pi by 4 and r is not given, means r is arbitrary. R is any number. We want to convert this into Cartesian form, means we want to bring the variables x and y. So for this we'll use the relationship between the Cartesian and polar coordinates. Out of the four relationships, we have x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. Okay, if I use this, I need the value of r, but I don't have the value of r in this example, so I cannot use this relationship. Another relationship is r is equal to square root of x square plus y square. This also I cannot use because I don't know what is r. But I have the fourth relationship is theta is equal to tan inverse of y upon x. So yes, this will be fine. So let us write this way. We have theta is equal to tan inverse of y upon x. So putting the value of theta, or you can say writing this relation in this form, y equal to x is equal to tan theta, and now substitute the value of theta, you will get y upon x is equal to tan pi by 4. What is tan pi by 4? It is 1. So this gives you x is equal to y, or y equal to x. Okay, and this does not contain any r and theta, and it is the Cartesian form of this polar equation. So it is our required answer. And you know what is this? It is a straight line passing through origin. Straight line passing through origin and making an angle of 45 degree. Okay, it is passing through origin. Y equal to x. Okay, so we have seen four type of examples: transforming a point given in Cartesian form into polar coordinates, then converting coordinates of a point in the polar form to Cartesian, then an equation is transformed from Cartesian to polar and vice versa. So there are 4 types of examples which can be asked for this polar coordinate system. So in the next lecture, I will be taking some say more interesting topics related to polar coordinate systems. What we are going to learn in the next lecture is polar equation of a straight line and polar equation of a circle and polar equation of a conic. So this is our main aim as far as this topic is concerned. Okay, so we'll see you in the